Metamorphosis Media Productions. I'm your host, M Square, and in today's episode, we're going to talk about the Caitlan Clark dilemma. It's no secret the WNBA's league-wide disdain for Caitlan Clark is due solely to her orientation. Imagine a group of women who claim to be marginalized are now marginalizing one of their own players. The enormous amount of attention the WNBA has received this season is due in part to Clark and the 2024 draft class. The irony in all of this is the league has clamored for higher wages, more amenities, charter flights, etc., and now the answer has been presented in Clark and the 2024 draft class. The League of Women are rejecting it because Clark, among others, is not a card-carrying member of the League of Women.
Please send me a man, any man. I will literally take any man you send my way, because you sent him my way, God. You did that, not you. Anybody but you. God, let me tell you why he wasn't the one. Let me tell you why he wasn't the one.
That's what'll happen.
What these women don't understand is the product is built around its fan base. The OG WNBA fan base is roughly 3,000 to 4,000 fans on average. That OG fan base was not profitable and never has been and never will be because they represent such a minute percentage of the WNBA fan base. While their loyalty has been largely appreciated, it is clear it is also has not been enough for business. It's not enough to move the needle like Clark and the 2024 draft class has done. Go woke, go broke. How many organizations, businesses, or companies are still around after 28 years of insolvency? 28 years. 28 years with zero profits to show since its inception.
With the first pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Indiana Fever select Caitlan Clark, University of Iowa.
The market has spoken, and the market has chosen Caitlan Clark as the 2024 draft class as the new WNBA moving forward. Caitlan Clark, Angel Reese, and Cameron Brink, prior to her season-ending injury, heads the 2024 draft class. The market has spoken, and the market is loud and clear. The new fans attending WNBA games greatly outweigh the OG fan base, which is tantamount to the controversial woke fan base and some of its woke players. The WNBA, like the NBA and professional sports, is sports entertainment, as well as a family-oriented atmosphere. When parents bring their children to games, mainly their daughters, the experience is enjoying an afternoon or an evening out with family, cheering for your favorite team and your favorite players. Children should not be exposed to an indoctrination into the League of Women. As stated earlier, it was not and is not a self-sustaining entity as compared to the notoriety the WNBA has most recently received and continually receives each day with this new incoming class. Caitlan Clark enters the WNBA with the largest endorsement deals in WNBA history. And instead of the League of Women being proud of a colleague's success, they show open, vehement disdain and jealousy toward Clark on and off the court. All Clark would love to do is start the next chapter of her basketball career at the pro level among some of the women she has admired and looked forward to playing with in the NBA since the second grade. Someone once said that sometimes The person picks the right time and the moment, and then, in other cases, the right time and the moment picks them. The time and the moment has picked Caitlan Clark and the 2024 class to take this league into the future, into profitability, into solvency, and into a league that can financially stand on its own 2 feet for once. Beginning with the top choices, as well as others, the WNBA is off to a historic start to the 2024 season. Historic views, historic streaming, historic audience, historic revenues, historic ticket revenues, historic ticket sales, historic attendance, historic jersey sales, historic season ticket sales, and historic new fan base. The power brokers behind the WNBA machine seize the path forward and want at all costs to avoid a Bud Light catastrophe and risk losing such an enormous, vibrant, enthusiastic, and exhilarating market. This market is clearly strong enough to drive revenues into the numbers not ever seen in WNBA history. The market could mean player salaries coupled with TV revenues could catapult this league from red to black and well into the gray. The overarching question becomes, can this league of women humble themselves for the future they have longed for? It's nothing wrong with being highly competitive on the court in a spirit of competition. It is what fans pay to see. It's what they vigorously cheer on. It is why they vigorously cheer on their home teams, win or lose. However, what is not good for the league is the vehement, open disdain and jealousy for their colleagues off the court, especially via social media. It's not a good look for the league going forward, and it sometimes borders on the immature and grossly negligibly unprofessional. Sadly, it seems at times some, if not most, in this league would just be as happy if the league were burned down than fearlessly and maturely head into the new direction the league is headed. This new direction may take some extreme makeovers if required to maintain its profit margins moving forward. If this league is truly to evolve, it must change. Any player standing in the way of change must gradually be moved out for the sake of the women's game moving forward. No players, no coaches, no staff, no front office is bigger than the league. The NBA is constantly building their brand and audience globally and internationally. The most recent draft is a solid indicator. The WNBA should keep their eyes on the horizon and not look back over their shoulders to the almost 3 decades of clear and obvious insolvency.